There's a different wind blowing. There's a different wind blowing. Some time ago, our ministry was involved in a government program. I think it was called Weed and Seed. It was a program that I don't really know the basis of it, but when you weed and seed, you pull out the weeds and you plant good seed. Oftentimes it was a long time before they would disperse any kinds of funds, but those that were faithful to it were faithful to it. And to weed and seed. And just a few moments ago, I heard the Spirit of the Lord said, I'm weeding and seeding. When God calls you to a thing, there is no weariness in it when you accept the call appropriately. If you accept the call for personal gain, recognition, or financial stability, you get weary doing what you do. But when God calls you to do a thing, you don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. For you know, if the same God that called you took care of the birds of the air, who dressed up the flowers in the meadows, that God will provide for you. Now, what I just saw the Spirit of God doing, and I'm not going to hold you. We're going to be out here in just a moment or two. Be seated if you possibly can. If not, it's fine. But what I saw the Spirit of the Lord doing, something happened to some of us where there were some bad seeds that were planted. And some of our difficult days are days where the Lord has poured out some of the weeds, ill expectations. But a few moments ago, something walked into this room. He was called Favor. And you have to thoroughly understand that when favor showed up in this room, I wish I had somebody that knew what I was talking about. What I want you to understand, is when certain personalities that carry with it position enter into a room or place, it changes everything. If the President of the United States were to come and to speak, they would put his seal in front of the pulpit. It is the seal of the President of the, in other words, you would know somebody in authority was on the way. A few moments ago, and I'm going to be done because I'm pretty much done as it is. A few moments ago, things that you got to receive this and accept it, because if you don't, you just don't. And you got to get ready for this. Touch somebody and tell them, say, please get ready for this. Tell them, say, if you get ready for this, you don't have to call me late at night worrying me about anything. Because someone called Favor walked into this room and took his rightful place. he walked in. And when he came into this room, he took his rightful place. I can't say it was an angel. I don't know what kind of entity it was or it is. But he just walked in and he said, I'm taking over from now on. Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell you? I've got tapes of the 8 and the 10 you can pick up if you want to hear the message or you want to hear me preach a little bit. But I'm going to do more than preach this morning. I'm proclaiming. When favor walks in, he walked in like a judge. I stood by like the officer in the courtroom who announced to everybody in here to arise, the Honorable Judge Favor just walked into the room. Court is now in session. And whatever your complaint is, he's going to hear your case with favor. You're going to walk in that judgment. And when you leave out of here and people ask you what I preached about and what the service was about, tell them, say, my case was heard this morning. When they ask you what the verdict was, look them right in their face and say, I got favor. I'm going home. Look at somebody and say, I got favor. They gave me favor this afternoon. How much favor did you get? Oh, all I needed. Stand to your feet. Do this. Do this. Lift your hands toward God. Lift your right hand if you can toward God. And then wave it across your body. Just wave it. Just wave it. Just wave it. That's the wind of